We love
We
hip
took a
hop.
loss not too long ago. Crazy loss when I woke up and I seen on the timeline that Pat Stay passed away. You know what I'm saying? Can you talk about, like, because I know you've had a connection with Pat Stay over the years, right? Where were you when you first heard that? Like the news of his passing?
I'm really close to a lot of people in Halifax. Like a lot of people, because I've been out there a lot, and I've just got a lot of connections, and they're an hour ahead of us.
Yeah.
Time wise. So, and I wake up really early. So it was really early in the morning, and a DJ that I really respect from out there, I seen him post like a cryptic message on because nobody had posted yet. And I had heard that later on, I found out that people knew in the middle of the night, like after it happened, like very close people, like in the city.
Yeah.
But I found out very early in the morning, and bro, I've gone, honestly, man, if I hadn't, and I don't know if this even sounds right, if I hadn't just lost my father and I hadn't just lost a mentor of 15 years, I think Pat's shit would have crushed me. And it did, and it has. Like yesterday, I was a mess listening to one of his records, and there's so many little things for me personally, but I've never seen that sort of reception that Pat's getting.
Yeah.
And I brought it up to you.
Yeah.
And I saluted you for the way you spoke on him. I salute Joe Button for the way he spoke on him. I'm watching Organic stand on business for his family right now. And I'm watching a lot of people. I know how big of an artist Pat is.
Yeah.
I'm not stupid. God forbid, and what happened. I always knew Pat was the best. He was like the only Canadian battle rapper that I loved like that. Like, I like Sharon and a couple of those guys, but Pat is I'd always said he's a superstar.
Yeah.
Not just good. He had it. He had what a lot of people don't have.
Yeah.
He was an actual superstar. Like, we talked back a whole bunch of times about tons of business stuff. We had lots of stuff going on behind the scenes, but Pat was a superstar, a real superstar. So on the business side and the music side, I've never seen anybody in Canada get that kind of reception. And it was real.
Yeah.
The way people feel about him, and like the things like, bro, the way he spoke to fans, like, bro, I'm pretty good online with speaking to people behind closed doors that show me love, or comments, or things going on, or people that I'm even friends with. But Pat was unbelievable with that shit. Because I thought mine and his situation was like, he wasn't like that with everybody. But like, bro, like, nobody checked on me more since I lost my dad than Pat. That wasn't my family. Nobody. And there's a lot of people that check on me daily. Nobody checked on me like Pat did. And nobody knew that. Nobody knew, like, the text message like a day before, whatever it was. And I wasn't the only one he did that shit with. So then in life, you know, screw the music and that shit. Well, it doesn't matter anymore. It does, because you get to hear his voice and it's great and all those things. But what really matters is Pat was probably top 5 fathers I ever seen that were young with their kids. Top 5. And that's not, I never seen, he was good with his kids, man. Because it's hard to be a good dad, bro. Like, it's super hard. So that shit with Pat, that's the shit that bothers me. Like, because it's like, you know, it's one thing to lose a friend, but it's tough, bro. It's tough because that stuff's so much bigger. We're going to feel that. I'm feeling the pain right now as I speak about it. His son can't move without feeling that pain. His girl can't move without feeling that pain, bro. So, you know, and there's lots of other people too, and, you know, that feel that. And, you know, the way he dealt with me, with my dad passing, was insane. But like, I actually like gained more respect for him when he lost his mother, because he was dealing with it so publicly, because he was so public about everything that you had to be public about that. Or like, you know, and the thing is about Pat's so fucking funny. Like, one of the funniest guys I knew, like that Unreasonable Rob stuff, I told him before, it's going to be a smash. It's going to work. It's going to work perfect. And there must be something in the water in Halifax, because like Trailer Park Boys and his stuff. And it's crazy that they're, you know, low budgets, but like huge influence on the production side. But all that stuff is just, you know, a good father, you know, a great friend. And, you know, I'm not pretending that we weren't best friends by any means, but when I went to Classified's birthday at Class's house, it was like I spent my whole time there with Pat.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, talking or his battles or some other business stuff or whatever. Like he was just, you know, it's crazy because I see a lot of myself in his life with his girl and his kids and stuff like that. So I think that's tough too. But, you know, Halifax is taking some fucking huge losses in like people that they looked up to or like people that helped their community or like, you know, things like that. So, you know, all that stuff is just, you know, sitting with it.
Yeah. No, man. R.I.P. Pat Stay, man. Real one, man. Like, real one, man. No, and I appreciate you sharing that.
I'll say it again in public, what I said to you when I called you that day. The way you spoke about him, you didn't speak on it like it was a news story of somebody. Like, you could, you know, sometimes media outlets are terrible with that shit. But you were gentle with it. Like, mind the way I'm saying it, but you spoke about it correctly. You honored him. You were respectful. Because you got to remember, bro, his wife's watching.
Yeah.
His kids are going to see this shit. And that's the thing that people don't understand with social media, which is why I don't fuck around on the internet.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm around the nastiest people in the world and the best people in the world. You know, you're around all this stuff and you see it, but it's, you know, I don't even know where I was going. I told you.
No, with the social media stuff and just like the way that we handled it online.
That back door just tripped me out.
Yeah, no, me too. No, don't worry. I'm here to make sure that we direct the car always in the right direction.
It's my people, but it's still you have to watch that stuff on social media.
Yeah.
You have to be very mindful. And I think like, bro, I would never say something to somebody that I didn't mean. You can see about this subject, and I mean what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I respected it so much. I don't remember who you were speaking with. It was you and one of the other guys. Was it PK?
It could have been Dusty. Oh, it could have been PK also. Actually it was PK Herc. Salute to PK Herc. Yeah.
The way the two of you were speaking, I was driving to a movie premiere in the city. So I was downtown when I was watching the interview, but while I was driving or whatever. And just the way you were speaking, I was like, fuck, I got to tell him. Because not everybody handles that. Bro, you see these blogs, what some of them do.
Yeah.
Some of them don't. And some of them are respectful of the people they have relationships with, but some people just do shit for hits.
Yeah.
And bro, you got to remember, you're in this for the music. You're in this to give us a platform for the music.
Yeah.
For our business within the music. This shit ain't about nothing else.
Yeah.
When it becomes something else, then it's something else.
Yeah.
Bro, I turned down 100 interviews. I don't want to do interviews because I don't want to talk about bullshit.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Pat. I want to talk about the business I stand on.
Yeah.
I want to have a real conversation about my album or all the shows I book or all the tours I have coming or all the artists I help behind the scenes. These are the things I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about some shit I don't want. You know the shit I don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
You know the shit everybody you speak to don't want to talk about. But you choose to do things the right way, and that's why I respect you.
No, thank you.
We love hip hop.